Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Namine Gaurvani Pracharaya Dridha Sankalpamutaye Krishna Shakti Sarupaya Bhakti Pradayine Namaha Ananda Lila Maya Vigrahaya Himabadi Vyachta Visundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Hello Dhunita Kedaya Vishadaya Pron Niladhamadaya Shamyat Chastra Vivadaya Rasadaya Chitarpitan Madaya Shashvat Bhakti Vinodaya Samadaya Madhurya Maryadaya Shri Chaitanya Daya Nidhe Tavadaya Bhuyata Mandodaya Panchatatatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I give my Sashtak Dandat Pranam to the lotus feet of my Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pata Stotra Shata Shishimat Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj. I pray for his causeless mercy. And I give my Sashtak Dandat Pranam to the lotus feet of Srila Bhakti Vichar Vishnu Goswami Maharaj, the Bhakti Sadhak Muni Maharaj. I pray for the causeless mercy. And I give my Sashtak Dandat Pranam to all our Rupa Nu Guru Vargas. I pray for the causeless mercy. I give my Sashtak Dandat Pranam to all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis who are present here. I give my Pranam to all. I beg for the mercy for all, and I give my Sashtak Dandat Pranam to the lotus feet of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, whose divine appearance day is today. It's a holy day today, auspicious day, festival day, because Gadadhar Pandit is appearing. Mostly, maybe you don't know who is Gadadhar Pandit. Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they know. Others, they don't know so much. So he appeared on this Amavasya in the hot season, full of tapasya. It's new moon, no moon. So hot, if a moon is coming, it becomes cool. But today no moon is coming, so it stays hot. So in that day, Gadadhar Pandit appeared with the full tapasya. And who is Gadadhar Pandit? He is one part of Panchatattva. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda. So he is part of this Panchatattva, and he is very, very, very extremely dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why? Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He is Krishna. He is Krishna. So Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. In Gaur Lila, this Gaur Lila is for Kali Yuga. Therefore, by Gaur Lila, we will come to Krishna. By Krishna Lila, easily you do offense and go another way. But in Gaur Lila, there is no offense. So, mostly all gopis, they took male form in Gaur Lila and appeared. Mostly. Sarv Damodar Goswami is Lalita Shakhi. Vishaka Shakhi came as Ramananda Rai. And so on. Rupa Goswami became, Rupa Manjari became Rupa Goswami. Manjaris all became Goswamis. And mostly they took male form, but that is only Rupa. The Swarupa is internal, they have the relationship. And they do also Ras Lila in Gaura Lila, but different. With the Sankirtan, in Shrivas Angam, in Shrivas Thakur's house, all Krishna is there, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, Gadadhar Pandit is there, Srimati Radhika is there. All gopis are there, but all in male form they do Sankirtan. But at the same, Therefore, the house of Srivas Thakur, where this took place, is no different from Ras Lila Stali in Vrindavan. Same place. Srivas Angan means Ras Lila place, Rasa Stali. So, Gadadhar Pandit, he is the Shakti of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Like Krishna Shakti is Radharani. And whenever Krishna appears, his Shakti also appears. But in the perfect matching, Hare Krishna, in the perfect form, perfect mood also, how is matching? When Krishna appears as Krishna, as Brajendra Nandan Krishna, then his Shakti appears as Radhika, Srimati Radhika. And there, Krishna is not following any rules, so Radhika also not following any rules. That is just Vrindavan Lila. But when Shri Krishna appears as Ramchandra Bhagavan, then his Shakti appears as Sita. So Ramchandra is Maryada Purushottam, Sita Devi, she is also Sati Shiromani, she is perfect in all respect, she is following all rules, like her husband Ramchandra also following everything. So when Krishna becomes Gauranga, his Shakti becomes Gadadhar, also perfectly matching to the Lila. All come in male form, so it would not be befitting that Radharani comes in her female form, so she also takes male form. But that is Gadadhar Pandit. And she is so dear. From beginning, Gadadhar Pandit, he is from beginning when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a child, from beginning he is at the Lila until the end. Until Mahaprabhu leaves. Mahaprabhu stayed in this world for 48 years. Gadadhar Pandit is always with him. Childhood, they were classmates, they studying together. Then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, Gadadhar Pandit was present. When he went to Puri, Gadadhar Pandit was present. He was, from beginning to the end, he was with him. And he is very, very special, and we worship also Gadadhar Pandit. Our Sarup Damodar Goswami, he wrote one Ashtakam also for Gadadhar Pandit to pray to him. And he said here also that whoever follows to Gadadhar Pandit and whoever puts his mind to the waves of Gadadhar Pandit's love, who will be moistened by the water, by the prema rasa of Gadadhar Pandit, he will become mad also. He will do the best, he will become fit for the best bhajan, topmost bhakti he will get, and his heart will become full of this taste, and he will become like a mad bumblebee and want to only go to the lotus feet of the Lord. So we worship Bhajamyaham Gadadharam Supanditam Prabhum Gurum Prabhum. I worship Gadadhar Pandit, who is the best Pandit. He is Supanditam, and he is the Guru and he is the Lord. He is a Jagat Guru, he is for all. And he showed also how to worship Chaitanya, how to worship Krishna, and many leelas there. And Yoga Maya, Krishna's Yoga Maya does not let him understand that this is my Lord. He is Srimati Radhika herself. But due to Yoga Maya, he does not understand this is my Krishna. When they were children, young, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started studying. That was in his youth, that was the prime Leela. He became scholar, very expert scholar. He defeated everyone, very arrogant scholar also. His Supreme Lord, all Vedas come from him, so he learned everything like this. So he was very expert, he became also very arrogant. And he challenged everyone. He challenged his elder classmates, and he challenged everyone on the street also, and he challenged every Pandit. He challenged everyone and defeated everyone. And he spoke like this. He established something that is nyaya, logic. Make some statement. Then he told whomever he met, now you defeat my statement. But he spoke in such a way that is perfect, cannot defeat. Then Nimai Pandit, he said, you don't know. He defeated his own statement with new arguments. And the other person was astounded how he can defeat this, was so perfect. But he defeated it also perfect again, established completely opposite. Then he said, no, everything wrong. He defeated again his defeat and established the original, no, this was true. Then nobody can say anything. So because he's Lord, supreme intelligence. And he enjoyed this. Vielleicht moment zu, sitzt also too. He enjoyed his pastime as a scholar, his best scholar. Then Gadadhar Pandit, he was studying with him. And Gadadhar Pandit was not like that. He was, why we study? Why Vaishnavas also study? Why Jiva Goswami gave Sanskrit grammar? Why he told to the Vaishnavas to study also? Why we study Shastra? Why we do that? Just to please Krishna, not to defeat others. This is completely different. Vaishnavas not going around and defeat others and want to establish you. Krishna's bhakti is the highest. These logicians do. They say what we say is the best and we defeat everything. But Vaishnavas, to please Krishna, to worship Krishna, we study Shastra, we study all these things. So Gadadhar Pandit was like that. He studied also Sanskrit grammar, but he was not interested to debate. Because what is necessary to debate? You already know what to do. Debate is a waste of time. Vaishnavas not want that. And even our Rupa Goswami said, debating is forbidden for Vaishnavas. They should not do. Because Shastra is not for debating. Vedas are not for debate. Vedas are to follow. No use to speak what is meaning, what is to debate on the meaning, or to establish something else. Veda is to follow. So Gadadhar Pandit, he did not want to debate, but Mahaprabhu, whenever Nimai Pandit, when he caught him, he asked him some question. What is this? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of that? And he was already tired, he did not want to answer. Because he thought it's a waste of time to discuss Nyaya, to discuss logic. This is a waste of time. So it happened that his worshipable Krishna in the form of Gaura, when he saw him, he changed his way and did not want to meet him. When he went on the street and he saw Nimai Pandit is coming, he go another way. But he's Radha and that Nimai Pandit is Krishna. But when he see his beloved Lord, he doesn't want, he want to, because he think again he will ask me some useless questions. I don't want to speak about this anymore. That is Krishna's wonderful Lila. He makes like this. But whenever meeting him is also completely happy. Same time, both rasas. He doesn't want to know why he's so attracted to Nimai Pandit. And that goes on for some time until one time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he goes to Gaya. Doing this Gaya Shraddha. His father passed away. So he went to do this Pitri Shraddha in Gaya. And there he met Shri Ishvara Puripad, his guru, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's guru. And when he met his guru, he fell to his feet and said, please give me your mercy, give me Krishna. Give me Krishna. Then Ishvara Puripad gave him this Gopal mantra, 10 syllables mantra he gave him. And when he started chanting this mantra, he immediately became mad. The moment he spoke this mantra, he saw one boy with a black flute, and he ran there and he disappeared and became mad like this. When he came back to Navadvip from Gaya, he was completely changed. No arrogance, there was no speaking bold, nothing, he was just crying. He came back and all Navadvip Vasis were waiting because the Lord left the village, the town. So they were waiting when he will come back. So when he came back, all come to see. They don't know he's Lord. They thought he's Nimai Pandit, but everybody is attracted because he's Krishna. Krishna means all attractive. Just he's now Gauranga, but he's all attractive. So beautiful, and the perfection of eyes, the perfection of all senses is the Lord. So they are eagerly waiting when he comes. So when he came back from Gaya, all coming, and then they were astonished to see. He's no more arrogant. He's just crying. He said, I went there and I saw the Padatirtha, Vishnu's Padatirtha is there, they worship in Gaya, the footprints. And when he just spoke these words, he fell to the floor, to ground, and was crying and crying for the Lord. And then all are astonished. And one Vaishnava also there. Srivas Thakur's younger brother, Ramai Pandit, was there when he returned. And he saw what happened. Oh, Nimai Pandit has become a Vaishnava. He's crying for Krishna. That means Vaishnava, that means bhakti, to cry for Krishna. So he's crying for Krishna, he's become a Vaishnava. He was very happy. So he saw this, then Gauranga said, tomorrow morning you all come to the house of Shuklambra Brahmachari. I will reveal my heavy heart to you. I have so much pain in my heart. I want to reveal it. You all come. It was already late night. Then Ramai Pandit, he was very happy. Because all Vaishnavas, when they saw Nimai Pandit, he's so brilliant, he's so excellent scholar, but he's wasting his time for this logic and debating others, and he just want to defeat others and want to be better than others. He's wasting his life. So they blessed him. They were praying for the Supreme Lord when he will become a Vaishnava, like Srivas Thakur. When he saw, and Mahaprabhu Nimai Pandit was very well behaved. He gave pranam to all seniors. He was very respectful. So when he gave pranam to Srivas Thakur blessed him. Become a Vaishnava. Krishna Matirastu. Be your mind fixed on Krishna. Be your intelligence fixed on Krishna. Then Nimai Pandit said, oh, you bless me to become a Vaishnava, it surely will become true. And he said, I will become such a Vaishnava that even Brahma and Shiva will become envy of my bhakti. He said like this. And Srivas Thakur was very happy. It's true also, but nobody could understand Yogamaya covering all realizations. So now his younger brother, Srivas Thakur's younger brother, Ramai Pandit, he was there and he saw, oh really, Nimai Pandit has become a Vaishnava. So he was very joyful, and early morning they are meeting in Srivas Thakur's house. There is one kalpa vriksha full of flowers. How many flowers you pick, you can pick more. So all Vaishnavas in the morning for the puja, they are meeting in Srivas Thakur's house at that kalpa vriksha and picking flowers for the puja. And when Vaishnavas meet, this is not ordinary Vaishnavas, this is Srivas Thakur is Narad Muni. Then all others, they are eternal associates from whole Bhagavan's Lila, they come together. So what Vaishnavas do? Speak about Krishna. So early morning when they are picking flowers, they speak some about Krishna. They are happy, fully happy. When they are speaking, Ramai Pandit is coming, completely in bliss. And all looking, what happened? What happened? Why are you so happy? Ramai Pandit said, oh, some reason is there. That you please tell, what is the reason? Why are you so happy? Then Ramai said, a miracle has happened. Something wonderful has happened. Nimai Pandit has become a Vaishnava. And all were astonished. What? They were just praying for this, when he will become a Vaishnava. And he said, today in the morning they will meet in Shuklambra Brahmachari's house. Then all picking flowers and go home. Gadadhar Pandit, he was also there. He not pick his flowers, he went straight to the place of Shuklambra Brahmachari. He want to see that his Nimai Pandit, who he feels so much attracted, but he doesn't want to speak with him, now he became a Vaishnava. Because himself, Gadadhar Pandit, from birth, he's a Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava. He was a Naishtiki Brahmachari, never married. He was very renounced. He always put his mind on Krishna's bhajan from childhood. He was not wasting even his childhood with playing and this. He was always engaged in devotion. So he went to the house of Shuklambra Brahmachari and went somewhere backside and looking from the distance. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came inside. Nimai Pandit came and he was only crying and crying, where is my Krishna, where is my Krishna? And crying, he was falling to the ground so forcefully that the people there think his bones will break. But not one time, again and again he's falling unconscious and crashing to the ground like this. And he's embracing one pillar and he's crying for Krishna. And then he's seeing, in the back he's seeing, oh my Gadadhar is also here. So he's going to Gadadhar Pandit and embracing him around the neck and crying and said, I have wasted my life. I am this useless studying, I am doing this logic, but you are pure from childhood, you are Krishna's devotee. So he was like this, he crying for his devotee. After that, Gadadhar Pandit was always with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, with Nimai Pandit. So then they started Sankirtan. Then Mahaprabhu started Sankirtan in Navadvip. And Mahaprabhu was he came to taste this separation from Krishna, so he fulfilled his desire. He is Krishna. How Krishna can feel separation from himself? This is the problem, no? How? So he had to forget that he is the Supreme Lord. So he became a bhakta. He took the form of bhakta. Bhakta bhava angikari, accepted the bhakta bhava and came down. And he was completely mad after Krishna. And one time, Sachimata was worried, his mother. When he came back from Gaya, he became mad, completely mad. He's no more interested in anything, just looking and shouting and crying and laughing and falling to the ground. Then Sachimata was thinking, okay, maybe I put his wife next to him, he will maybe come to his senses. So he brought Vishnupriya Devi, his young wife. And when she brought Vishnupriya Devi, then Mahaprabhu started roaring so loud. Guru Maharaj said like an atom bomb was exploding. He started shouting. So then Vishnupriya ran away. She became afraid. What is this? But he was not shouting at her. He was just mad after Krishna. And one time he was with Gadadhar Pandit, Gauranga, and he asked, "Oh, where is my Krishna? Where is my Krishna?" He was crying. "Kaha mora prananath murali vadan?" Where is my prananath? Who is playing the flute? When can I see him? Where is he? Where is he? Where is my Krishna? He forgot everything, how to eat, what to do, this, everything he forgot. He could not, when it was morning time, when Nimai Pandit wanted to do the puja, they had one Shalagram Shila, one Damodar Shila they have. They found it when they built a temple on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his son, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they found the Shalagram Shila, which was worshipped by the father and later on by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one Damodar Shila. That is worshipped on Yoga Pit in the temple in Mayapur. So when he wanted to sit down to do the puja, he was crying so much that his cloth was completely wet. But you should not wear wet clothes when you do puja. So he changed his cloth again, took some dew cloth, but again he was crying so much that he could not do the puja. Then he asked Gadadhar Pandit, "You do the puja, I cannot do anymore." Because Gadadhar Pandit is very expert, he's Pandit, he did the puja. And one time, Gauranga, he was crying for Krishna, and crying and asking, "Where is my Krishna, where is my Krishna, where is my Krishna?" And the Gadadhar Pandit said, "Krishna is in your heart." Then immediately with his fingernails he wanted to tear open his heart, Mahaprabhu. He took his breast and wanted to open his heart to see if Krishna is there. Then Gadadhar Pandit caught his hand. Sachimata, when she saw, she became shocked. Thinking her son, he will kill himself by tearing open his chest. Sachimata was shocked, and Gadadhar Pandit took his hand, Nimai's hand, and said, No, wait, Krishna will soon give you darshan, please cool down. Then Nimai became peaceful. Then Sachimata was so happy, and she told to Gadadhar Pandit, "You always stay with my son, 24/7. You never leave him." Because she was afraid he will do any nonsense in his madness. But she saw that Gadadhar Pandit is very sober, he can handle Gauranga. So many Leelas there from childhood they are together. And one very famous Leela of Gadadhar Pandit he's a very...
Maharaj, is he not too old?
No. They are classmates. Classmates. They went to school together. Advaitacharya is 50 years older than Mahaprabhu. But Gadadhar Pandit, they are classmates, same age, like Krishna and Radha, same age. And once, because he was from childhood, he was a Vaishnava. Vaishnava, what he wants? Sadhu Sangha. This is what the Vaishnavas pray for, always want to meet some sadhus, hear some katha. This is serve the sadhus, this is our life. So once, one of Mahaprabhu's associates, his name is Mukunda. Mukunda Sanjay, very good singer. And he's singing, all hearts melting. They all start crying when he's just singing. So sweet. Then Mukunda asked he listened, one great Vaishnava came to Navadvip, and from Mukunda's hometown, from Chittagong, he came, and he knew him. His name is Pundarika Vidyanidhi. Mahaprabhu in the Kirtan once, he was crying, "Oh Bapa," means father, no? Oh Pundarik, he was crying. Then the devotees wondering, Pundarik is Krishna also, Krishna's name. But they are wondering, he asking, for whom you are crying? Then he said, one great personality will come to Navadvip. Very soon you will see one great person, that is Pundarika Vidyanidhi. Pundarika Vidyanidhi is also in Krishna's Lila, he is there. Who is there in Krishna's Lila? You know? He is a Vrishabhanu Maharaj, Radharani's father. So, and he is a great Vaishnava. But he is looking like a materialist. He is very wealthy. He has one house in Chittagong. He has one house in Navadvip. He is dressed very fine with really fancy clothes, silk and kurta with all this fancy stuff, putting so much oil in his hair, nice fragrance, and enjoying life like this. So, but he is a pure devotee. He never takes bath in the Ganga. Just goes there, bow down, put a few drops on his head. Never want to touch with his feet the Ganga. Daytime he's not going to Ganga because he's seeing the people spitting inside Ganga, washing their hair in the Ganga, washing their clothes in the Ganga, so he cannot tolerate that. So night time, after everybody gone, he will go, give pranam to Ganga, put little drops on his head. And whenever he will do puja or anything devotional, he will take one drop of Ganga water. He has so much faith in Ganga, but he gives so much respect, he cannot tolerate the disrespect of others. Such a Vaishnava is he. And the Mukunda Sanjay knew, because from village he knew him. And he told to Gadadhar Pandit, Gadadhar, you want to meet one Vaishnava? I said, yes, of course. I want to meet one Vaishnava. Then let's go. Then Mukunda took Gadadhar and they went to the house of Pundarika Vidyanidhi. And there, they entered the room and they saw Pundarika lying on a very nice couch with the soft pillows, all these things. He's lying there, very enjoying. And Pundarika was very happy when he saw Gadadhar Pandit. He said, who is that? Because Gadadhar is a shining person, he's a young brahmachari, very beautiful. Then he's asking, who are the glorious parents of this shining personality? Who is so fortunate to have such a son? He spoke so sweet, Pundarik, that when this entered into Gadadhar Pandit, his heart became fully, he was so ecstatic. Just listen the voice of Pundarik, he speaks so nice. Touch his heart. Because eternally is his father, Radharani's father. But his speak is so nice, with so much love he spoke. Oh, what great personality is that. But when Gadadhar Pandit was looking how he is lying on that soft bed, so nice cloth he has on 10 fingers he has 10 rings, on every finger he has one ring. He's full of ornaments, hair nicely and done with oil, some mirrors also there to see his own beauty. Then also he's chewing this pan, and the spitting pot for the pan is full of jewels and gold. Just to spit this pan inside, this is so opulent. I hate Gadadhar Pandit. What Vaishnava is that? Vaishnava should be renounced, no? How is he? And some servants there, they're fanning him also. And but he speaks so sweet. His voice is so full of prema that he's touching his heart. But his eyes, when see this, they think, no, that is not a Vaishnava, that is a sense enjoyer, no? This is a materialist who live like that. Some fruits are there, all objects of enjoyment are there. And he is there lying peacefully. Very beautiful also body, everything. Then Gadadhar Pandit, his mind is thinking, no, that is not a Vaishnava. He thinks this is a materialist. So he's criticizing him in his mind, making some wrong judgment. Then Mukunda, he can see Gadadhar Pandit's mind. What is going on in Gadadhar Pandit? So he thinks, I have to show him what kind of Vaishnava is Pundarika Vidyanidhi. So he starts singing with his sweet voice one verse from Bhagavata. Aho bhakiyam stanakalakutam chigam sapayapya yadat pasadvi libhegatim dhatruchitam tato anyam kam vadayalum sharanam brajema. Kam vadayalum sharanam brajema. Who is so merciful? Kam vadayalum. Who else is so merciful? Where we shall take shelter? Kam vadayalum sharanam. He aho bhakiyam stanakala kutam. Who? Bhaki means the sister of Bakasura, Putana. She put poison on her breast to kill Krishna. That the Uddhava's words. When Uddhava in separation from Krishna is speaking this. Aho bhakiyam stanakala kutam. Putting this kalakut, the poison on the breast, with a desire to kill Krishna. He is not a demon. But what Krishna did? He gave her position like mother. Libhe gatim dhatri, like dhatri means like nurse, like a nurse. Gave him that position because she gave the breast to him. Krishna ignored the poison, which can kill anyone. He just accepted this is motherly love. So if you want to kill Krishna with your motherly love, Krishna does not care that you want to kill him. He's so merciful. Therefore Uddhava was crying, Kam vadayalum sharanam brajema. And Mukunda Sanjay, with his sweet voice, he was chanting this. This entered into Pundarika's ears and went into the heart and touched him, like exploded. No? He was thinking, then he started chanting, Kam vadayalum sharanam brajema, Kam vadayalum. Completely changed. He threw all these things, all these costly things and these containers, everything he kicked. He became mad, like an epileptic attack came to him. He threw everything, he broke his cloth, he rolled on the floor, he fell down, he broke everything, he smashed this betel nut container is flowing here, this spitting pot is flowing there, one piece flowing, everything in all directions. Become completely mad and just crying, Kam vadayalum sharanam brajema. Who is so merciful? By whom we shall take shelter? Finally he's falling down from the bed and fall unconscious and no more. Like stop, you cannot even, no breathing, nothing. Gadadhar Pandit is shocked. Such a Vaishnava is he. Just listening, little one Bhagavatam shloka, so much ecstasy is coming from him. I have done a big offense. I also listen this Bhagavatam shloka, but I have no transformation, not touching me. But this devotee, just little listening Bhagavatam is so much ecstasy. So Pundarika Vidanidhi fell unconscious. For many hours he not come out from his trance. Just one Bhagavatam shloka. Such a love he had for Krishna. Then Gadadhar Pandit was feeling very sorry what to do. Mukunda knew what is going on, so he wanted to reveal what kind of Vaishnava is that. Then Gadadhar Pandit was thinking what to do. What to do if we do one Vaishnava aparat? What we do? If we do Krishna's aparat, then no problem, no? So if you do Krishna's Haristhane aparade, Tare Harinam. You chant Harinam with Krishna's aparad is no problem. But Tomasthane, your Vaishnava's Thane aparad, nahi koya dhan. There is no means. There is no remedy. Only you can go and beg for excuse from the heart and please that Vaishnava. So Gadadhar Pandit went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and asked him, I have done a big offense to Pundarika Vidyanidhi. I was thinking he's a materialist, but he's such a great Vaishnava. I did not take Diksha. I think I should accept him as my guru. I want to take Diksha from Pundarika Vidyanidhi. Then Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy. Yes, this is the best idea. Go and take Diksha from him. So, who is Radharani took Diksha from Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who is Vrishabhanu Maharaj. So in the same Lila again, like father and son. Because Guru means father, disciple means son. So again, Gadadhar Pandit took Diksha mantra from Pundarika Vidyanidhi. And Pundarika Vidyanidhi, when he listening, that he wants to take Diksha from him, he said, how is possible I have such a fortune to get such a disciple? Such a disciple you cannot get. Life after life you cannot get such a disciple in many lifetimes. So he was feeling himself very happy. No false ego that I am big Guru, big Vaishnava, Rasika devotee, nothing like that. Is I get such a disciple, this is my good fortune. So later on, Gadadhar Pandit, he spoke his Diksha mantras to someone. That one should not do. Mantra you have to keep secret. Hare Krishna is another thing. You can speak to everyone. But mantra you should not speak to others. Therefore then, because it will get lost if you speak it, then Gadadhar Pandit, he could no more chant his mantras. So he went again, took mantra from. He went to Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu sent him again, take mantra again. So from beginning to end, many Leelas are there with Gadadhar Pandit. It's a blessing to hear about Gadadhar Pandit. These are all confidentials. Mostly this only Gaudiya Vaishnavas discussing these things. Others, they don't know who is Gadadhar. Even in South India, nobody knows who is Radharani. Many Krishna temples are there, but no Radharani is there.
Same in my village.
Yeah, there is Krishna. I was there.
We have this Yogeshwar temple, only Krishna.
Yes, Krishna is
Some
there.
of us suggested when they wanted to change the murti because the old one is really old. And devotees already went and bought Radha Krishna in Jaipur. Then there was big fight between the devotees and village committee.
No, Telangana, South India. Then South India, they have only Venugopal is there.
And they said Radha Krishna back actually.
Yeah, it's also okay.
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong. That is Radharani's place is Vrindavan. There they don't say Haribol. They say Radhe Radhe. No, they say Radhe Radhe. Nobody say Haribol there. They are not say Hare Krishna there. They say Radhe Radhe. Because they are Radharani's devotees there. And they also, Gaur Gadadhar, our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was worshipping Gaur Gadadhar also. In the mood of Radha Krishna, he understood that. If you go to Mayapur, there Navadvipas, Gaur Gadadhar's temple is there. Also when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he took only few persons with him. He left in the end of the night, like 2 o'clock or something. He got up and left his home. He left his wife, he left his mother. But Gadadhar Pandit went with him. Gadadhar Pandit was sleeping next to him. So when he got up, he went with him. He was always there with all Lila. And when Gadadhar Pandit when Mahaprabhu went to Puri, in Puri then finally, after he took sannyas, his mother asked him, you go to Puri. He met his mother, in the house of Advaita Acharya. And then, when mother she first time saw her Nimai with the shaved hair, he had so beautiful hair. When Nimai took sannyas, the barber could not, when he wanted to shave, his knife fell on the floor. He could not shave this, it was so beautiful. Then he took it again and shaved little to Mahaprabhu. Some hair he shaved and he could not. Then Mahaprabhu became ecstatic and started dancing with half-shaved head. Then again sit down, shave a little more, then again get up and dancing. So with like this in complete madness, whole day it took to shave Mahaprabhu's hair. And after the barber, he threw away his knife. He became a mithai wala. He no more shave anyone's head. He could not do that anymore. He gave it. The hair they put in one samadhi. There is it. Mahaprabhu's Kesha samadhi is there. And the barber gave up. He could not do that. So when Sachimata then she saw her Nima without hair, she was shocked. But when she saw how he's beautiful, she took him on the lap and Mahaprabhu crying and Sachimata crying, and Mahaprabhu said, "Oh mother, I am some madness. I took sannyas. What can I do? So please tell me, where shall I stay? Whatever you say, I will follow." He said, "I took sannyas, but I never give up you." He told to Sachimata. He was crying. "I took sannyas, but I cannot give him up to you." Then Sachimata said, "I cannot live without you. So I want you to stay with me always. I cannot, this break my heart, the separation from you. But if you stay with me and people will criticize you, it will break my heart even more. So we better you go to Puri. Puri and Navadvip, always devotees come and go, always some news will come, so I will always be in contact with you. So you go to Puri." Mahaprabhu took this order on his head and went to Puri. Gadadhar Pandit was with him. He went and Haridas Thakur was there. Advaita Acharya also wanted to come, but Mahaprabhu sent him back. You stay in Bengal. Then they came to Puri. Then Gadadhar Pandit was thinking, now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took sannyas in Puri, I will take Kshetra sannyas here in Puri. Kshetra sannyas means I will never leave Puri again. I will not go one step out of Puri. I take this. But Mahaprabhu, what he decided, he got 6 years he was traveling. Went to South India, he went to Vrindavan, he went to many places. And Gadadhar Pandit, one time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they were, I think, on the seashore, on the sand. Something was glittering in the sand. So he came there and he started digging and he found Gopinath. One Gopinath. That is, Tota means garden. So Gopinath deity, and he gave to Gadadhar Pandit. Beautiful. If you go to Jagannath Puri, you have been to Puri now, no? Maybe you visited Tota Gopinath, I don't know. It's beautiful, beautiful, so sweet. And there's a nice garden. Tota means garden. There was one Yameshwar temple with a garden, and in the garden Gadadhar Pandit was worshipping. And there was no big temple like this. No, it was a garden, so he worshipped. He became Tota Gopinath, the garden Gopinath. No? And he was worshipping him. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then he wanted to go to Vrindavan. And Gadadhar Pandit wanted, he's Radharani, also wanted to go to Vrindavan. Because that is her eternal home. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, I will go alone. Nobody comes with me. Then Gadadhar Pandit went still. He crossed the border of Puri Kshetra. Then Mahaprabhu was very unhappy. He said, what are you doing? You're breaking your Kshetra sannyas? You're giving up your service to Gopinath? Then he said, to hell with this Kshetra sannyas. Just to have darshan of a lotus feet, this is 1,000 times more than I was serving to Gopinath. See, he's so much in love. Then he went. Then he said, you go in front, I go 100 meters behind you, but I go. He was very stubborn. Mahaprabhu went. They went further someplace, then they came to one river. They had to cross with the boat. Then Mahaprabhu was waiting for Gadadhar. And then Mahaprabhu asked him, oh, you want to come with me? You want your own happiness or you want my happiness? He asked him a cruel question. No? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you want your own happiness or you want my happiness? I said, I want only your happiness, my Lord. Then if you want my happiness, go back and serve to Gopinath. Don't break your vow, don't break this. This is a bad example. Saying this, Mahaprabhu went onto the boat and Gadadhar Pandit, he fainted. He could not tolerate that. He became unconscious. When he woke up, Mahaprabhu left. Mahaprabhu was also crying. His tears coming, but he not looking back. He was so much pain to separate himself, but he went. Nobody can understand Lord's Lila. No? He was crying, his devotee, Radharani, Gadadhar Pandit also crying, but he went. So Gadadhar Pandit went back to Gopinath and did the service. And once, when Mahaprabhu, after he came back from Vrindavan, then he stayed in Puri. And Gadadhar Pandit, he's Pandit, very expert in Srimad Bhagavatam. He had one Srimad Bhagavatam, palm leaves. He was reading, there was no more color. No more, there were only palm leaves. And you know that with the fingernail they are carving inside and after put some color. No? Like this they did. There was no more color because every time Gadadhar Pandit was reading, tears coming on and they washed away all the color from his Bhagavatam that was coming. But he knew it by heart. Every day he was giving Bhagavatam class. And who came to listen? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Radharani was reading Bhagavatam, Krishna was hearing Bhagavatam. Every day Mahaprabhu came to Tota Gopinath to listen Bhagavatam class there. And especially two Lilas, Mahaprabhu requested again and again. One is Dhruva Charita and Prahlad Charita. He wanted to hear again and again. 100 times he listened Dhruva Charita and Prahlad Charita, but he said no more. Because why? So pure. Dhruva Maharaj, he had some desires. He's a Sakama Bhakta, he had some desires. But after he got the darshan of Vishnu, nothing, no more, I don't want anything. No? He said, Swamim, he said, Stanabhilashota pasistitoham tvam praptam deva guhindra mayam, deva munindra guyam, Kachan vichinvanna pididbaratnam swamim kritatosmi varam nayache. No more desire. I don't want anything. No blessing I want. Because Narayan was asking him, which blessing? I know you wanted something. You want to sit on the throne of your father. You had some blessing. He said, no, I don't want. I was searching for broken glass. I got a diamond. I don't want anything anymore. Out of Stanabilashi, I want to have a position. Out of pride, I was worshipping you. But now I don't want anything anymore. But Supreme Lord blessed him. No, you have to sit on the throne of your father. 36,000 years you will rule this planet. And Dhruva was crying, oh my God, I don't want that. I want your bhajan. I don't want to become king. But before he wanted to sit on the throne of his father, he had this desire. He was crying and crying. Vishnu disappeared. And he was unhappy. He had the Vishnu's darshan after 6 months only, and he was dashing his head. He said, I am such a fool. Such a fool I am. I get the person who cut my material bondage. I am asking for material bondage from him. Such a fool. Look. All see this idiot. He was crying in Bhagavatam. Who is unhappy after having darshan of Krishna? He was unhappy. He was crying. He was very unhappy. He said, oh my God, I don't know what happened. Maybe these demigods, they bewilder my mind. Because Narad Muni gave him first instruction, just relax. Give up your desires. No, I cannot follow this. Give me something, how I can. He was like this. The demigods did not want to accept me these instructions. They bewilder my mind. They are envious. He was thinking like that. Very beautiful, touching his lamentation. How? Because he got the Lord, but he was not happy. But his father was very happy, his brother was very happy, his both mothers all very happy with him. Because everyone who gets the darshan of the Lord, he's also becoming attractive for everyone. But Dhruva himself was not happy. He was lamenting, I don't want anything anymore. So Mahaprabhu wanted to listen to this Lila again and again. And what to speak of Prahlad Maharaj's Lila. From childhood he has no desires. Completely pure bhakta. Nothing he wants. Only he wants his sweet Lord. So beautiful prayers, Prahlad Maharaj's prayers. If you read Prahlad Stuti in Bhagavatam, you become free from Maya. If somebody wants to be free from Maya, read it every day. So 50 verses, it will kick you out from this Maya. The attraction, this Guna Maya will no more be effective. But nobody wants that, so they don't read that. Just keep it distance, put in the shelf and keep it there, don't come near. But really, if you study these prayers, it's so deep. And Mahaprabhu himself, Krishna himself, he wants to listen that. At the end, when Prahlad Maharaj finished his prayers, then Nrsingadev, he became in ecstasy. Oh, Prahlad, Bhadra Bhadramte. You are auspicious, all auspiciousness to you. You are glorious, all glories to you. You will become the example, you will become the measurement for all bhaktas. Your bhakti is the measurement for bhakti, he said. And all in the future, they will measure according to Prahlad. So if you want to go to Braj, you have to go through Prahlad. Cannot avoid this. If you want to Braja Bhakti, Prahlad Maharaj is the root. His purity, he knows nothing he wants from the Lord. The Lord asked him, what do you want? I have no desire, my Lord. I don't want anything. No, please ask something. What you want? Then Prahlad Maharaj asked, my Lord, if you want to give me one blessing, give me this blessing that in my heart no material desire will come. Who can ask that? We're not dare to speak this blessing to the Lord because we want material desires. But he said, no material desire shall come in my heart. I want this blessing. Then Lord Nrsingadev said, this is already the case, Prahlad. Ask something which I can give you. You already have this. You're so pure. And then he was thinking, he wants to give me then. Please, my father did so many offenses to you. You please liberate my father. I said, already you took birth in this family, so many generations they already liberated. Meaning is, I just read recently, one of our acharyas, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj, he explained, because the Lord said 3 times 7 generations will be liberated. 21 generations will be liberated. So Narayana Maharaj, he explained it in that way, for 21 generations I will supply them sadhu sangha. By sadhu sangha you come out from this samsara. This is the meaning, one Acharya's realization. So that is a pure devotee. Mahaprabhu, when Gadadhar Pandit spoke this katha, Mahaprabhu listened and every day want to hear again and again and again and again. Never became satisfied with that. This is how they spent their time. One time Nityananda Prabhu also came. And he brought one bag of rice, which is Vrindavan Das Thakur writing. He brought one bag of rice from Vaikuntha. He's Nityananda, he's unlimited. So he brought one very fine first quality rice and gave to Gadadhar Pandit to cook. And Gadadhar Pandit took this nice rice, cooked some prasad. In his garden was one tamarind tree. So he went there, picked some leaves. Our Guru Maharaj explained this. Pick some leaves from the tamarind tree, to put some sea water, make some paste and make like sour chutney from this. No? Very simple cooking. Then some shark from the garden he was picking and prepared this rice and invited Nityananda for prasad. And Nityananda Prabhu came and Mahaprabhu also came. Hey, what are you doing? You're not inviting to me? Then this through a tree, together they took prasad. No? What ecstasy is there? Who can understand that? And Nityananda, Mahaprabhu, Gadadhar Pandit, they took prasadam together there in this Tota Gopinath temple area. So it's a very beautiful temple. Also some Babajis have their samadhi or bhajan stali there. And this is run by Babajis. Beautiful. If you come to Jagannath Puri, this is a must to go to Tota Gopinath. And the deity, very big deity. Big, tall deity, like 6 foot deity, something like that. Beautiful Gopinath. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, Gadadhar Pandit also left very soon after that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed 48 years, so Gadadhar Pandit went 48 years also. He could not stay without him, so he left also this planet. Then one pujari took, one priest, a disciple of Gadadhar Pandit took this service. And when this disciple became very old, like 80, 90 years old, he could no more reach up and put the crown on top of Gopinath. So one day Gopinath just sit down. Now he's sitting there in Padmasana. He's sitting still. There's the only deity you can see, Krishna deity, who is sitting. Because his pujari could no more reach that, and to give mercy to his pujari, he sit down. So he allowed him to do the service also. And some say also, that is not clear how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this world. Many versions are there. One version is he went into Gopinath. There is one crack in the knee somewhere. We not see this because it's covered by cloth. But Pujari said one crack is there. Mahaprabhu entered in the deity, never came back. He entered into the altar. That is one version, never came back. Another version says he entered into Jagannath temple, never came out from the temple. Many versions are there. Maybe all are true. It's also okay. It's a Supreme Lord. So much Gadadhar Pandit and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they have closest relationship, very close. And also, one time, Gauranga wanted to tease Gadadhar. Because he's Radharani, you know. Radharani, if Krishna wants to tease Radharani, she not allowing this. She's Bhamya Bhav. She is very strong. Leftist. Vamya means literally leftist. They not agree. Always against Krishna. Krishna say this, she will say that. Chandra will, Krishna will say this, she will follow. That is Dakshina Bhava. But Radharani is Vamya Bhava, left side. But when Gadadhar Pandit came, his Bhava also changed. He became completely like left, like right wing also, Dakshina Bhava, very submissive. Because it's fitting to the Lila more. Then one time Krishna wanted to tease him. And one devotee came to Puri, great devotee, Vallabhacharya. He's head of Vallabha Sampradaya, who wrote this Madhurashtakam, many songs. Great Pandit, he's senior to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu gives so much respect to him. But Vallabhacharya got little arrogance. And he came to Mahaprabhu and told him, I have written one commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam, but I have not touched Sridhar Swami's commentary. But Sridhar Swami, Mahaprabhu said, Sridhar Swami, that is the commentator on Bhagavatam. Sridhar Swami. Sridhar Swami. That is the commentator. he wrote this Bhagavata Deepika commentary. He's from Rudra Sampradaya, like appeared before Mahaprabhu long ago. But he wrote this commentary Bhagavata Deepika. He wrote the real meaning of the verses. And Mahaprabhu accepted he is the Acharya for Bhagavatam. But Vallabhacharya was a little arrogant. He was saying, I wrote one commentary, I am not touching Sridhar Swami's commentary. If you read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary, he is always referring to Sridhar Swami, many places. Because Mahaprabhu said he is the Acharya. But Vallabhacharya was thinking, no, I am better than that. And he said, I wrote this commentary. I wrote also one commentary on the holy name. Mahaprabhu said, I have no time. I am busy. I have to finish, but I have no time to listen to this. He said, but again and again Vallabhacharya want to come and show in front of all the Vaishnavas what a great scholar he is and he is independent of Sridhar Swami. Then one time Mahaprabhu just said publicly to all, I know only one thing, because he wrote a commentary also on Krishna's name. Mahaprabhu said, I don't know any meaning of Krishna, I only know that he is Shyama Sundara, the son of Nanda and Yashoda's son. This is all I know. There's no other meaning. And who is not accepting Swami, Sridhar Swami, who has no Swami, who has no husband, is a prostitute. He said, who has no Swami is a prostitute. In front of all, he said, like really criticizing him. No? Because he's not accepting Sridhar Swami, not accepting Swami. A woman who has no Swami, she's a prostitute. So Mahaprabhu said, who is not accepting Swami, she's a prostitute. It's finished, and he did not want to speak anymore with Vallabhacharya was hit by that. No? And then Vallabhacharya went to many Vaishnavas and wanted to speak his commentary to them, but because they listened what Mahaprabhu is thinking, all refused. Then he came to Gadadhar Pandit also, and Gadadhar Pandit's heart is very soft. So he started, every day Vallabhacharya came to Gadadhar Pandit and started speaking his commentary. And this news also spread that Vallabhacharya now going to the Gadadhar Pandit. Then Mahaprabhu never went anymore to Gadadhar Pandit. He did not want to go there. Then Gadadhar Pandit's heart was burning. He could not say because Vallabhacharya is very senior. He cannot say anything. He cannot say to a senior Vaishnava, please go, don't come. He cannot say that. But Mahaprabhu now also not coming anymore there because he is descending there. So he was. Then one day, after many days, Gadadhar Pandit was just sitting and listening this commentary. This is like he putting hot iron into his ears, He's not want to hear that, but he cannot come out from this position. And he's crying, his Mahaprabhu is not coming. Then one day he fell into the feet of Mahaprabhu and crying. And then Mahaprabhu said, I just wanted to tease you. I wanted to bring out your anger, but I cannot make you angry. You're so soft and so submissive. I wanted to make you angry. Like Krishna wants to make angry the gopis. And they become angry. They immediately. When they sent them home from Ras Lila, because he said, you cannot get me by physical nearness. You go take darshan in the temple and pray. Do meditation. This is the way how you can attain me, not to come near. Go home. Your husbands are there. This is the duty of the wife is not to stay with another man in the forest in the night. You go. Something happened. Why you came? So many arguments Krishna gave. Then the gopis did not accept the fighting back. Then Krishna was speechless. They defeated all his arguments. They cut into pieces. So Krishna, Gauranga wanted to do the same with Gadadhar, but he's so submissive, so soft. Then Mahaprabhu told, I just wanted to bring out your anger, but this is not possible. There is no anger inside. So this is one of the... So we pray to the lotus feet of Gadadhar Pandit. He may bless us with his pure love. He has this. And he wants to give that also. He came to this world also to distribute that and to assist Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Lila. So he's revealing all these wonderful pastimes with the Lord. So we are lucky that we can speak about this, lucky, very fortunate we can hear this. And this is festival. So also one meaning, why appear today is Amavasya, new moon. No? You see, Krishna appears on Ashtami. Krishna Ashtami means dark moon. Ashtami, but Ashtami means half. Radharani appears on Shukla Ashtami, and Radha Ashtami means also half. but waxing moon. No? Krishna is his waning moon, Radharani is his waxing moon. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna combined, he is appearing on Purnima, full moon, because both Ashtami put together become full. But he stole, Shri Goswami Maharaj, he explained, Krishna stole all the love from Radharani. Therefore, Gadadhar Pandit is like that. Radharani has been stolen of everything by Krishna, so he appeared on the new moon, nothing is left. Like this. Also one symbol is there. That is also, Shri Goswami Maharaj is saying, therefore Gadadhar Pandit, he has nothing. His own wealth, his love for Krishna has been stolen by Krishna, so he is running after that love. So he is running after Mahaprabhu like a shadow, he must follow him everywhere. Wherever Gauranga goes, Gadadhar also going. He's so much, because he lost everything and he has it. Gauranga has it, so he's going after him. So, Shri Gadadhar Pandit ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai, Shri Gaur Lila ki Jai, Shri Gurudeva ki Jai, Shri Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Guru Varga ki Jai, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Brinda ki Jai, Shri Gadadhar Pandit Abhibhavatiti ki Jai, Bhumangal Shri Nam Sankirtan ki Jai, Gourpremanande, Hari Hari. I hope you could understand. This is an uncommon topic. Generally we don't speak this, but on appearance day we speak these Leelas also. And this, who gets taste for Gaur Leela, he will go straight to Vrindavan. Yes. Gaura Prema Rasanarve, Setaranga Jeva Duve, Siradha Madhava Antaranga. Who jumps into the waves of Gaura Prema Rasanarve. Gaur Prema is like ocean. Setaranga Jeva Duve, who is in these waves, drowning in the waves of that, Sri Radha Madhava Antaranga. He will become associate. Antaranga means inner, come to the inner circle of Radha Madhava. Therefore we should listen Gaur Lila. Our Acharya say, listen this Gaur Lila, you will go to Braj. So thank you very much for your attention. Hare Krishna. Panchakalpatarubhasya. Kripasindhubhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.